Hey folks, it's John with KGTropicals.com bringing you a quick update video because every time it's been a week since we put out a video, people start to go bananas and they start to email us, what's happening? Are you guys okay? How come you haven't put out any videos? We have a lot going on in here. We're making some really big changes. We're going to talk about that in this video. I know I always put out videos saying we're making big changes, but the way I look at it, if you're not progressing, if you're not making changes to benefit a business, then you're going to start to go downhill. So you always have to be progressing. There's a lesson for you that I can include in the So You Want to Start a Fish Business series. But anyway, let's talk about some of the things that we've done, some of the things that we're doing, and some of the changes that we're going to be making. The first thing you see behind me, we moved the 240 about 7 feet off of the wall. The 240 and two of the 75s that used to sit right next to the 240 are all moved forward. We took the other two 75s that used to sit next to these two and we put those in the back corner back there up against the glass. Can't really see it in this video. I'll show it to you in another one because this, you know, got the tripod. I'll take it and I'll walk around with it in another video once it's more close to being done. Because what we're doing here, we cleared out this wall so that we can take the 80 tanks that we have running out in the warehouse right now and move those out here up against this wall. 80 more tanks. It's going to dramatically increase the amount of space that we have to hold fish in the store, and we're not going to have to heat the warehouse. So that's one of the first big updates that I have for you, is that we made a decision to not use the warehouse. I know that sounds crazy. I know when we moved in here, the idea was we were going to be doing a lot of breeding and we were going to do all of that. Well, we don't have the money to get that whole thing set up. I mean, that's just me being blunt with you. This is a rough business, and there's not a ton of money in a business like this, so we have to do smart things with the money that we do have. So what we're doing, we're adding to the store so that we have more fish to offer to you. Now, that leads us to the next big update. We're closing the store. What? What are you talking about? We're not going out of business. Don't worry. Don't panic. Everything's okay. But what's happening is our business is primarily online. That's what we focus on. That's what we want. We want our business to be an online business. And if I had my way, it would be online only. What we're having a hard time with is doing both at the same time. It's just the two of us. We can't bring somebody in here to help us in the store. Can't afford that yet. So it's just Lisa and I. What happens is during the week, Monday through Thursday are our busiest days for shipping out orders. We'll have boxes spread out all over the place. We got fish flying around. We got water splashing everywhere. The floors are soaking wet because we're packing fish to send to you, the customer who has ordered online. And then a customer walks in because we're open to the public. And they want to come in and they want to ask us 50 questions about how to take care of a betta. Now, the customer is certainly not doing anything wrong. That's what we're here for. But it takes us away from packing fish that are going out to our customers. And that can be extremely stressful. And it always happens. We're getting down to the wire. UPS is about to come and pick up all these boxes. We're not done packing yet. And the one thing that Lisa and I do not want to do is rush the packing process. We don't want to pack these fish first thing in the morning because then they're going to sit in the boxes an extra 5-6 hours. We want to pack them as late as possible, but we don't want to be rushed because we know UPS is coming at a certain time. So the easier way to handle this is going to be to close the store to walk-in traffic and have it be by appointment only. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to do a video talking all about this, but it's just a quick update on it. We're going to close to the public, but be open on a by appointment only basis. Does that make sense? So our local customers who come here, our customers that come to us from Richmond or Virginia Beach or Southern Maryland, you're still going to be welcome in our store, but we're going to want to talk to you first before you come out. We'll set up a time, we'll find out when you're coming, and that way we know what we're doing. We can get our orders all straight, and then we can welcome you into the store and you can buy as many fish as you want. So that's a big, big, bold move for us. But it's something that Lisa and I both felt like we really had to do. The store is still going to make money because we are still going to allow people to come in. The door is just not going to be open to anybody who drives by and comes in and wants to ask questions. about how to take care of a tiger barb. Okay, so talking about tiger barbs, talking about betas, that leads me to my next update, and this is another big one. Lisa and I specialize in African cichlids. That's where we made our mark. That's what you know us for. I know I've done videos on angels, I've done videos on discus. That is just me trying to open the door to all different types of fish keeping on this channel. But everybody knows that we specialize in African cichlids. So we're gonna go down to just selling African cichlids. Right now, we have something around 80 tanks that have fish in them that are your community fish. Swordtails, tetras, bars, platies, mollies. These are all fish that people, usually the walk-in customer, the newcomer to fish keeping, they're the ones who buy those kind of fish. Bottom line is, as a businessman, there's not a whole lot of money in those kind of fish. And we've got a lot of tanks tied up with those fish that we could be putting African cichlids in. It's not like there's a ton of money in African cichlids, but it's certainly more than your $1 rosy barbs. You know what I'm saying? So we are going to go exclusively African cichlids in the store. So that's going to open up about 80 tanks, like I said, 50 to 80, I don't know. About 80 tanks or so that we are going to be able to expand our inventory of African cichlids, plus the 80 tanks that's going up against this wall. It's either going to be 80 or 60 that are going to go up against this wall. It depends on how high we go. Right now, those tanks are stacked 4 high. We might only be able to go 3 high in the store, which means we would have 60, 20 longs added to this wall, which all that does is add to what we're going to be able to offer on the website. So this is a really big deal for us. The addition of more tanks, we're also going to add a couple more racks, but we'll talk about that later. Adding tanks into this store, what we're looking at doing is getting the number of tanks in this store up to about 300, and then have them all full of African cichlids. That's going to be a lot of fun. That's going to be exciting, and it's going to be good for you because we're going to have so much more to offer you on the website. So that leads you to your next question. Well, what are you going to do with the warehouse then? You got 1,000 square feet sitting out there and you're not going to do anything with it. Well, that is a super top secret project that's going on out there. Something that's going to be not at all what you're expecting. Something that's completely different from what we're already doing. I've even thought about starting a second YouTube channel all about what we're going to be doing in that warehouse, because it has nothing to do with fish. But I'm not going to tell you what that is yet, because we haven't officially made up our minds of whether we're going to do that or not. So you'll know if we're going to do it. If I'm going to end up creating a second channel, I will make an announcement on this one, letting you all know what we're doing out there and what that channel is going to be about, and it might be something that interests you. So be looking for that. Be looking for a video later on today. We're going to do a quick walkthrough of what we have. We didn't get fish this week. I'll explain it in the video, but we've decided that we're going to go ahead and clear out a whole bunch of these fish. We're going to do 25% off on the website. Everything on the website, 25% off. So you better get on it. I'll walk you around and show you the fish here in a future video. I don't want this one to be too long. This is just supposed to be an update video. So that's what we have going on. You're asking yourself, what happened to the YouTube studio? Bottom line, we couldn't coordinate everything. It was very difficult coordinating time with friends to come over here and help us carry it down. Coordinating time with people, the products and all is a big mess. I'm not putting the kibosh on that project, but that's something that has been put on hold, not indefinitely, but hopefully that's something that we can get to in the near future. I am sweating like a pig. It's really hot in here right now, and I just shaved last night, so my head is really shiny. It's got to be getting on your nerves. So it's time to wrap this thing up. Thank you all so much for watching this. Hope it gives you a little clarification on what we have going on here. We're busy people, folks. We are getting things going, making some changes. We feel like they are changes for the better for KGTropicals and better for Lisa and I. So we're excited about it. Be looking for the video later on today with the shipment, not the shipment walkthrough, but the inventory walkthrough, and we're going to talk about that sale. It's going to be special. So thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.